So, this is something I had actually made a while ago that I was planning to use to put little air plants in, and I was going to paint it, and I just haven't had a chance. But I thought maybe it would make some interesting sounds just because of the natural elements to it. The tapping, since it's on a clay, sounds a little bit different. It's not as loud. People did like the air plants, so maybe I'll bring those suckers back too. They're upstairs. There's some water noises. I'll use this to do some kind of slower hand movements as well. And I wanted this to look when I made it. I really like natural elements, and having, natural elements at home. And so I wanted this to look sort of organic and imperfect. And I had a plan to make a very large version of this. It's not come to fruition just yet. And another thing people had asked me to do this week was some soft speaking instead of whispering a little bit for the new video. So, especially if you guys had a hard time hearing, I do hope that this will work. Something else I was going to use today, since I will be doing this week, was I have a book that I was looking at today, and it might be fun to read from or to flip through, and that was this one, which is the Lexicon of Real American Food. I like the texture of this page. Sometimes when books are paperback, I don't like the way the covers feel on my fingers. I'm very particular about that. This one actually I do like. It's kind of smoother, slightly textured paper. So we can go through it a little bit. We'll start with just doing some of the page flipping. There's a lot of pictures in here, which I love. And I thought maybe I could flip to some of my favorite foods. I eat pretty clean these days, but there's definitely some stuff in here that I love, especially food that I remember eating from my childhood, and being in Chicago and being in Alabama. So I'll go through and do some of those if you don't mind. And let's see. Some things that I really like. What are some of them? This is a pretty interesting book too. I have a lot of books at home. I liked this one because I just really like anything where it's very Americana. It's something I always like that stuff. So, my family's actually from Poland, and so we ate a lot of Polish food growing up. But there's a lot of stuff here I like too. So let's see. Let's see if I remember any of this stuff. And if it's any of my favorites. Maybe it'll be some of your favorites too. Let's see. Sloppy Joe. Love is so good, right? Let's see what else is in here. Get a little bit closer in case you're having trouble hearing me. So, let's see. Saltwater taffy. Not a personal favorite. But once in a while. There's a lot of stuff about ribs in here. Ribs have always sort of made me a little bit uncomfortable. I've never really been able to eat them. Let's see, what else? The puffy taco. I do like these guys. So these ones, I'll read you what it says about them. And puffy taco. The taco is a pillar of San Antonio cuisine, served for breakfast, lunch, supper, and snacks in variations that range from bacon and eggs to barbacoa and beyond. No worthwhile taqueria buys its tortillas. Wheat and corn dough are rolled out and cooked on the spot and generally used to wrap the filling of choice within moments of getting lifted off a hot griddle. The puffy taco is made by eliminating the griddle and briefly tossing the uncooked tortilla, usually corn but wheat works, into a hot oil bath, causing it to puff up. These were something that I used to eat a lot of in Austin, and I will probably eat more of when I move back. So, let's see what else is here. Some of this stuff I've never had, and I would like to. Midwestern food is always interesting to me. Let's see here. So, what else is going on here? A lot of these I haven't had. Some of it I think is the names too. I think that a lot of these foods have different names, and that, just regionally. This guy, delicious. So, muffaletta. I'm not sure if I'm even saying it right, and I've probably eaten hundreds of these in my time. I lived on the Gulf Coast in Alabama for a while, and I used to olive salad that goes on these. It's like really, really small, fine stuff, and it is exactly like the one that they use on Italian beef in Chicago, which is also delicious. Mint julep, delicious. What else is happening here? I don't know, there's lots of things that I haven't eaten apparently, which is probably a good thing. But jambalaya, I never really got that into jambalaya. I don't really like a lot of seafood, so that was never really a good one for me. Hush puppies are phenomenal. They're so delicious. If you don't have a lot of hush puppies, that's unfortunate because they're absolutely delicious. And we used to eat them a lot when I was a kid. And they're just these little poofs of deliciousness. They have like they're carbohydrates of some nature. Okay, let's see what else is here. Horchata, delicious. I haven't had horchata in quite a while. Throughout the American Southwest, at taco trucks and in Mexican restaurants, plain and fancy, the non-alcoholic drink menu features horchata, a rice milk beverage that varies from sake thin to milkshake rich. Delicious. Delicious. I've never had Hobble Bobble, but I would like to. Let's see. Hamburgers, grilled pizza. I don't know about that. There's my